So ahead of Tesla's Q1 earnings/company update, Dan Ives of Wedbush Securities has shared this. Tesla earnings on tap, Musk facing a code red situation if he stays at Doge. Quote, over the last decade, there have been moments that Elon Musk needed to turn around the narrative in the Tesla story and show investors the path forward. Now I'm going to take objection to this opening sentence. The only thing that's mattered the entire last decade was Tesla's execution, which has been near flawless. The narrative, who cares, bro? Actions and results are the only thing that matters. So I take a very strong objection to this opening sentence. Total bullshit. Well, I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm still buying Tesla stock. The less people understand the future of the company, the better it is for me, because the further my money's going when I'm buying. I'm still trying to explain it right, but I recognize posting some content online, in the scheme of things, no one cares. The big institutional investors are not watching some dickhead on YouTube, and if they are, they certainly don't believe what I've got to say, because I'm a deluded fanboy. It continues. As one of the biggest supporters of Tesla over the last decade, we have been through many highs and lows on the Tesla story, and each time, with the back against the wall, Musk was able to turn things around on the Tesla story. Again, no. Story irrelevant. Actions, results, that's what matters. The turnaround vision must start this Tuesday night on the earnings conference call for Musk and Tesla. We are now at a major crossroads for the Tesla story in our view, as since Musk joined the Trump administration, Tesla has now unfortunately become a political symbol globally of the Trump administration/Doge. Now again, I take issue with this. There's certainly a small number of people, especially in the United States, NPCs, who've received a recent software update that Orange Man bad, and since he was endorsed by Elon, it's now Elon bad, and Elon owns Tesla, therefore Tesla bad. But outside of that, apart from a few select ultra NPCs, no one internationally gives a flying fuck. You might know a few retarded friends, but per capita, outside of the US, almost zero people care. And inside the US, it's close to zero as well. They're just very loud and noisy. Number two, by the way, it is fair there's a small percentage of people, right, who suddenly now hate Tesla because Elon bad, because Orange Man bad. But should we think about the other side of the equation as well? You know, like the president of US Oil and Gas ordering a new Tesla to support Elon Musk due to his support of Orange Man bad and Department of Government Efficiency. Or this one from Jordan Belfort, quote, we bought this new car because we think it's despicable that people have been targeting Elon Musk and Tesla. The man is nothing short of a national hero trying to save the country at a huge cost to himself. I think everyone who's looking for a new car should buy a Tesla. Not only is it a totally awesome car, but both Elon and Tesla deserve America's support. So my point here is certainly some of Tesla's potential consumers are a little politicized now. Yeah, Tesla, political symbol. But you know what? There's two sides to this equation, and putting that obvious fact to the side, and by the way, spoiler alert, for everyone butthurt, deranged, left-hard saying Elon bad, there's at least one or two people on the right, more conservative, who are actually supportive of Musk and Tesla and buying these vehicles now specifically as a reaction to the insane attacks on Musk because of Doge. But the vast majority of consumers in the US and globally just don't give a fuck. They couldn't care less. They care about the product. Is it good value? The end. I'll tell you what, maybe it's because Dan spends all of his time in the left-leaning media, but the level of delusion here to think that the majority of consumers give a shit about what's happening with Doge, I mean, you've got to have serious small brain syndrome to not recognize that most of the mainstream media leans left. And the thing that gets the most attention globally right now is Elon Musk. But not just Elon Musk, a negative story, negative coverage of Elon Musk. So the left-leaning media is lapping up this brand destruction narrative. It's all bullshit. But they're amplifying the voices of the fraction of a percent of people who are making a big deal out of this. And folks like Dan are so dim that they actually think that the distorted view of reality is reality. In short, in summary, yes, there are a few people on the left now, I'll never buy a Tesla anymore because Elon bad. And then there's plenty of people on the right cancelling those retards out by saying, well, I'm going to buy 3 Teslas just to support Elon and Doge. But these people on both sides are a fraction of consumers globally. It's crazy. Like, who is Dan having conversations with? I know who it is, probably his left-leaning friends and the left-leaning media where he always appears, giving him a very distorted view of the world. Brother, come on, Dan. They don't understand the media leans heavily to the left on average, and therefore the narrative they're seeing isn't representing reality, but a very distorted view, which is giving the perception that literally everyone in the country, in the US now, believes that Elon bad, therefore Tesla bad. Are they that dumb? Honest question. You know Donald Trump won the popular vote in the recent US presidential election, right? More than half of the country, right? Think about that. I'm not going to keep going on. Here's another one from Lily Tang Williams. It's Tesla, baby. I bought it to support Elon Musk and Doge. We the people must defeat the leftists, the Marxists, and the communist mobs. Or they will destroy America. By the way, no lies detected. Man, I could keep going on all fucking day. Here's another one from Grant Cardone. Support Elon, buy a Tesla. I picked one up for my daughter and another for my wife. Are we done yet? No, we're not. Wall Street Apes reposting this with an elderly American Buying a new Tesla to support Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Quote, "My son and I are going shopping for a new Tesla. God bless President Trump and God bless Elon Musk. It's amazing how times have changed. The Democrats are screaming again. They demanded that we buy electric vehicles. Now they're against electric vehicles because they dislike Elon Musk. They demand democracy, but they protest democracy. Trump won the electoral and the popular vote. True story. President Trump is doing what he was elected to do. Everyone agreed that Tesla could save the planet. To the Democrat Party, what in the world? Change your mind. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. There's controversy going on in the world. God bless President Trump and God bless Elon Musk." I'm going to keep going, motherfuckers. Another one. This from Cat Turd. "I will never be an electric car guy. It's just not me. I like gasoline engines. But when Elon Musk decided to buy Twitter and save free speech, then campaign with Trump, then take over Doge to show how corrupt the government is, then is getting attacked from every angle, I'll support Tesla, Starlink, SpaceX, and everything Elon Musk does from now on 100%. It's the least we can do after what he's doing for us. Same way I've always felt about Trump." And this from Kyle. Quote, "I just bought a Model Y to support Tesla with action, not just words. The FSD is a benchmark and I'm proud to back up the top automaker paving the way for full autonomy." Here's another one from Troy. "I love what Elon Musk is doing, so much so we went and bought a new car to show our support." And this from Jason. "Just bought a new Tesla Cybertruck to show support for Elon and Trump. Right after that, there was an Austin Cybertruck rodeo with over 100 Cybertrucks. There wasn't a single stupid anti-Elon sticker on any of them. These are the people who get it. The truck drove me there in full self-driving mode. What an awesome day." So back to Dan Ives' truly embarrassing note. I don't know how to say it politely, but I don't care about saying it politely. These people are so fucking dumb. This is being portrayed as if customers are being turned off Tesla because Elon bad, yet there's no customers who are now being interested in Tesla, becoming interested in Tesla, buying a Tesla to support Elon Musk and what he's doing with Doge. Are they this stupid that they don't realize they live in thought bubbles? The answer, of course, is yes. That's just the facts. 2. Tesla stock has been crushed since Trump stepped back into the White House. 3. Brand damage to Musk and Tesla resulted in a terrible Q1 delivery number with... Let's just ignore the Model Y being changed over globally simultaneously, which massively affected Q1 deliveries. We'll ignore that. 4. Protests and violence against Tesla dealerships owners has erupted around the globe. Now, these are fairly isolated incidents, but they are being centrally funded by, let's just be honest here, everyone who's involved in enormous amounts of fraud. The party's about to stop. The Department of Government Efficiency, led by Musk, is forcibly removing their snouts from the trough, and they don't like it. This response is to be expected. 5. 25% auto tariffs have been enacted, delaying future lower-cost models for Tesla, even though Musk is vocally against the tariffs for obvious reasons. And 6. Potentially 15 to 20% permanent demand destruction for future Tesla buyers due to brand damage Musk has created with Doge. Oh my God, dude. And this is truly laughable. Note, by the way, permanent demand destruction. This is absolutely hilarious. So, why stay bullish? It's a great question. We believe Tesla, along with Nvidia, are two of the most disruptive technology companies on the globe over the coming years. The unparalleled innovation, engineering scale, autonomous roadmap, and robotics future will unleash massive valuation upside over the coming years in our view. But Musk needs to leave the government, take a major step back on Doge, and get back to being CEO of Tesla full time. Just wanted to point out that, Elon's been running Tesla and SpaceX simultaneously, for like the last 15 or so years. So I guess technically he's never really been a full-time CEO of Tesla, has he? Awkward. It continues. Tesla is Musk and Musk is Tesla, and anyone that thinks the brand damage Musk has inflicted is not a real thing. Spend some time speaking to car buyers in the US, Europe, and Asia. You will think differently after those discussions. It's true. I mean, as we can see on screen now, US Oil and Gas Association, from the official account, I might add, shouting out, the president just bought a Tesla. Jordan Belford bought a Tesla to support Musk. We could go through these all fucking day, bro. People left, right, and center. And I do mean literally left, right, and center. Buying Tesla vehicles to support Musk, to support Doge, because they understand the insane attacks coming from the far left are outrageous, unreasonable, unfair, and have to stop. I would love to know if the folks at Wedbush, I can guess how the majority of people within that workplace voted in the most recent US presidential election. Now, look, in fairness, right, the game that Wedbush plays, Dan Ives play, they have to play with the media, which leans heavily to the left. If you live your entire world in an office building full of people that probably thought Kamala Harris was an incredible candidate for the president of the United States, you spend all your time talking to retards in the left-leaning media, most of your social circle leans politically left and you're entirely disconnected from reality, you too may get the impression that people like Troy, Kyle, Grant, Lily, Jordan, Jacob, Jason don't exist. If all you do is ask NPCs about their thoughts on Tesla and Elon Musk, then sure, you're going to get a very distorted view of reality. But brother, is Dan this dumb? where's the counterpoint to going, well, yeah, look, some super leftards have turned off Tesla now, but we do admit there are some people more conservative on the political right who are actually becoming very positive on Tesla. Quite a remarkable example recently, US oil and gas president buying a Tesla Model Y. None of that. God, embarrassing. At this point, the street has already cut 2025 deliveries from the 2 million or 1.9 million level to 1.7 or 1.65 million, and earnings per share is now around $2 and could go lower. By the way, in totally unrelated matters, the official Tesla account, one day Tesla will drive itself right to your house. Elon Musk reposting this year. I mean, I'll tell you what, I think Dan and the crew at Wedbush might be focused on the wrong metrics here if they're concerned about vehicle deliveries as opposed to autonomy mid-year. On the call Tuesday, Musk needs to lay out for investors the timing and rollout of unsupervised FSD in Austin this summer. There we go. At least they're talking about it. When does a new lower-cost vehicle hit the production line, and does it depend on tariff relief? How will Tesla pivot and turn the growth story of 2025 in a positive direction after a disastrous first quarter? Again, they completely ignored the Model Y changeover globally. And it's time to lay out the timeline and hard facts around autonomous and robotics and Optimus rollout over the next 6 to 12 months. I'm a little puzzled. Tesla told us already they're aiming to launch autonomy in Austin in June. They're going to obviously scale quickly from there. They've also thrown out some production targets for Optimus. Musk saying they're extremely optimistic, but the 5,000 this year, 50,000 next, and obviously they might fall short. But we already know the goals, the targets. Dan, forget. The note continues. We also would expect Musk to address his role in the Trump administration. Will be asked about if he plans to stay in an advisory role for the White House. We view this as a fork in the road time. If Musk leaves the White House, there'll be permanent brand damage. But Tesla will have its most important asset and strategic thinker back as full-time. Again, he's never been full-time, right? CEO to drive the vision and the long-term story will not be altered. If Musk chooses to stay with the new Trump White House, it could change the future of Tesla and brand damage will grow. This shit's so hilarious, dude. I can't take it seriously. A huge week ahead for Musk, Tesla and investors. We maintain our outperform. I have to question whether or not Dan actually believes what he's saying, or he just is pandering to the world in which he lives. This is absolutely what the left-leaning media wants to hear. They'll certainly feature these kind of comments from Dan because Orange Man bad and Elon bad. Therefore, Dan Ives saying brand damage, Orange Man bad, Elon needs to get away from Doge. They'll lap that shit up. He'll get a lot of coverage, get a lot of commissions, bringing business into Wedbush. Does he really believe this though? Is he that deluded? Or is he playing 400 IQ games of chess here and just saying whatever he needs to say to continue to get featured in the left-leaning media? I don't even know anymore. Want more content? Early access? A bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients. Plus, has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.